everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another cooking video. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys something that's come up quite often as a question to me. I've had people more recently send me messages saying, hey, can you make a video on this? And just in general, in doing this work that I've been doing for many years, it's a question I've had people ask me how to do. And on top of that, I think it's a kind of an essential skill that I think anybody who's actually considering a professional career should know. And it's just something handy to have in your back pocket of skills for at home. And today I'm going to be showing you guys how to fully and properly debone a chicken. Now I'm going to kind of break this video into two. For today, I'm going to set the camera up. I'm going to show you guys properly how to basically get it from a whole chicken like this, broken down into all the pieces. Hopefully I'll make it easy for you guys to follow along at home while watching the video. And then in a separate one, I'll show you how to do some kind of extra breakdown, like how to fully, take the bones out of the legs and, maybe some different cuts on the breast. But like I said, for now, I'm just going to show you guys how to get your whole chicken into broken down pieces. The process is pretty simple. Now, I know you might just be thinking, oh, you're just saying that because you've been doing it for a long time. Well, partially yes, but also, the process for doing this is actually really simple, as I'm going to show you here in just a minute. So without further ado, let me set the camera down and we'll get right into the video. Alright guys, so hopefully this angle works out well enough for you and you can see everything that I'm doing. One thing I didn't mention, you probably noticed when I showed it in that little intro clip that the bird was tied up. So all you really want to do is just go ahead, cut the string off, which I've done here. You can see everything's kind of loose and floppy. And now, it's going to sound a little bit wrong for if you're a first timer, but one of the reasons why I say deboning a chicken is pretty easy is that the way the bird is built, it kind of tells you almost exactly where to cut it up to kind of debone it and break it down. So I'm going to start with the wings, and you can see here the joint, you can clearly see the joint. So you want to start off by getting your knife. Again, we're using our boning knife here. Again, it's the kind of shorter, slightly shorter blade and slightly thicker steel blade, not as much flex. So you want to start off by holding the wing up, kind of expose the joint. Like I say, you can see it right there where it kind of attaches just behind the breast. And you just want to basically kind of hold it tight a little bit. Get your knife right under in that joint. You're going to feel the joint as you come into it. So you want to just get right under that joint all around. Sometimes the best way to not cut into the breast is to make that first little incision like so. Kind of pop the wing back. And then just kind of cut right through the joint. You guys can see there, now it's exposed. So you just want to cut right under the little ball joint there, and the wing comes right off. Flip the bird over, do the same with the other side. Cut right in. You'll see the joint gets exposed. Cut right under that ball joint. And the wing comes right off. You can set it aside. So, that being the wings done, then your bird is gonna look something like this with no wings. Now, what you do next is kind of up to you. There's really two ways of going about it. I like to start with the wings, go with the breast, and then the legs. But maybe you find it easier to do the legs first. So the way you do it is really up to you. But that being said, let me show you the next process, and that is taking apart the breast. Now again, in what I said about it, the bird kind of showing you where to cut, right down the middle here, let me hold it up, right down the middle here you'll feel what is called the breastbone, or what we call the keel bone. And if you run your knife or your hand along it, you'll feel right in the middle. It's kind of tough, and then obviously on either side you have the fleshy part of the actual chicken breast. So the best way to cut down the chicken breast is to simply cut straight down the middle of that keel bone. And you'll see it kind of splits the skin like so. And then you can basically, with your finger, you can feel the bone. And what you want to do at this point is get your knife. You want the flat side right up against the bone. And you just want to gently pull back all the way. And you can see here, we're just gently separating the meat from the bone. So again, hold your blade right against it. And you want to cut straight down. Let me bring the camera up here for a second, guys, so you can actually see what's happening. So you can see I'm cutting straight down the breastbone here, and you can see it kind of tapers off. Well, like I said, you want to keep your knife going right down the bone, kind of gently with your other hand, pull the meat apart and continue to slice right down the middle there, separating the meat from the actual carcass. All right, so now that I'm showing you the top angle, like I said, just kind of keep your knife right against the breastbone there. You're going to, as you move the meat with your hand, you're going to see it separating. So just keep kind of with your left hand, or whatever your dominant hand is. The hand that doesn't have the knife in it is the hand that you're going to use to kind of keep that breast meat off of the actual carcass. Just gently slide your knife down. You don't want to make sawing motions. You want to make nice, smooth cutting motions like this. Again, just gently, gently, gently. And you want to watch. When you get down to the leg area here, you want to kind of flip your knife, cut right along the breast there. Right? And then just gently, gently, gently. You want to remove the whole breast. And eventually, you're going to get the breast piece off like so. And then your chicken is going to look something like this. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put that on my tray. And then basically you just want to kind of reverse course and do that to the other breast. So once again, just for show, you guys can probably see a little bit better at this angle. Actually, let's do it this way. Again, hold your knife right up against, find the breastbone right in the middle there, hold your knife up against it. Gentle, smooth, gentle cuts, right? Use your other hand to kind of pull the meat away as you gently cut it. Right? And the good thing, the way that the chicken bone goes down, it's easy. Like I said, if you keep your knife right against the bone, essentially, as I said, the chicken is going to show you exactly where it's meant to be cut. So, once again, you have everything off of there. You can go ahead, completely separate it. Watch out for not cutting into the legs. And boom, we have our second breast off. And it's just that easy. The final step, of course, is going to be the legs. At this point, you've taken the wings, you've taken the breast off. Now you have what looks like a very deformed chicken. And the legs, in my opinion, I think are kind of the easiest part of this. Let me swing the camera around here so you get an even better angle. Right. So, in order to do the legs, now, this is why I said the process of taking the legs and the breast off in different stages is up to you. I prefer to do it this way, but as you can see here, the carcass is a little bit floppier, so, you might want to take the legs off first before you do the breast. But nonetheless, the proper way to take off the legs is, again, you can see the chicken kind of says, cut me here. So once again, if you kind of run your finger up along here, you're going to feel the joint just under where the keel bone ends. And you want to just kind of cut, again, right along the bone. You're going to feel that joint right there on the chicken leg. Just want to gently cut down, expose the joint a little bit. Now, if you're squeamish, this is the part that's not going to be so fun. You want to flip the chicken kind of onto its front. There's a little, you can feel the joint from the back here, so you want to keep one finger on the joint, kind of hold the chicken down, and go ahead and pop that joint out. Now your chicken's going to look something like this. You can see the leg joint is completely exposed there, and you can feel there's a little bone there, which is the hip bone. So, just like with the breast, once that joint is exposed, run your knife right up along that hip bone there. And one other pro tip. Right at the top, there's this little piece of meat here. Hopefully you can see it well, but my knife is right on top of it right now. And that's what's called the oyster. Now, in order to properly take the leg off, you want to make sure that you have this little piece of meat, which can be easily forgotten. So make sure you go slow and take your time. And once you have that exposed, again, simply just get your knife kind of in behind it and gently work it out. You're going to notice there's not a little bit of a joint there. So just gently kind of work your knife around the joint. All right, come from the top here a little bit as well. And like I said, if you get right along that oyster, you can see it's come off completely with the leg. I can go ahead and remove the rest of it. And there, we have our chicken leg off. Then once again, go ahead and do that again for the opposite side. Right, again, gentle cuts right down the hip bone. Flip it over, give it a little move there, pop the joint out. You can see the joint is exposed. run your knife gently along the top to get out that oyster muscle there. Get your knife in around the joints and gently take the leg off of the chicken. And you see, once again, we have the leg muscle, that oyster little piece of muscle is right there. And we have a nice chicken leg deboned off of our carcass. Alright everyone, that's going to do it for this video. As I mentioned, I just wanted to kind of keep it quick, a little short and easy to understand, just how we actually go about the process of, you know, getting a whole chicken on a carcass and breaking it down to this. As I mentioned, the next video is going to be showing you guys how to take the legs apart. But again, for this quick demo, it was just simply how to get your whole chicken and broken down. Now, I'm hoping I made it easy for you guys to follow along at home. If you want to pick up a whole chicken and follow along, please do. That's kind of the best way to learn. Unfortunately, I only have the one chicken, but don't worry. If you guys maybe missed something, you know, ask me questions, leave me a comment down below. I answer everything. And I will do this a couple more times down the line just so, you know, you guys get a refresher, and, you know, if you want to do it again and again, it becomes easier and easier. But with that being said, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you're not already, please subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. And eventually, again, guys, more car stuff, it will be coming to the channel. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. Quick breakdown of how to debone a whole chicken. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys all learned something. And I'll see you all in the next video, which will be very soon. Bye.